Welcome to BeerDisciples. I am Ross Quintana.
I'm Robert Hubbard.
There he is. And what is this?
It's a wheat beer.
It is a RateBeer. Paulaner Hefeweizen. There it is. Boom. Excited to try this. The Brew Dudes had a 4-flight little beer sampling.
Okay.
Yeah, just random words. Flight numbers 4. The Brew Dudes did a little tasting with a whole bunch of Hefeweizens, and this was one that did the best. And we liked the Schneiderweiss, and this one did a little better than that. So we continue our journey looking for the great Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm sure this one says it's the best and oldest brewery in Germany.
Probably.
Seems like all of them state that.
I wouldn't expect anything less, actually.
No, it just says the brewed with the Bavarian purity law of 1516. Come on, we got to update from that. Haven't we gotten pure since then? I just want water and wheat. So, let's crack this baby open and take a look. You can see a date in here. Now this is from, oh, it does have right here, best before 9/11. Dun dun dun!
It's a sign.
Yes. What are they telling us? What is Germany going to do to us? Drink this before! Or is it the end of the world for all of my prophecy buffs out there? Is this a sign that we need to know? Drink your Hefeweizen before this date. You may not get another chance. So I like that they have that. That also means that we're right at the fringe here of it. So hopefully we're going to get a good experience here. This is from Paulaner. They're out of Munich, Germany. And this is 5.5 ABV. Rate's pretty good on RateBeer. 96 for the overall and 100 for the style. So people are saying, bam, this is it. You want a Hefeweizen? This is it. So we're happy to drink your Hefeweizen. Let's get to the pour and see how she looks. Oh yes, beautiful color so far. There you go. Leave enough for you.
Yeah. Oh
yeah, it's great looking beer right off the bat. You can see it's, oh, I almost called you Richard there. I apologize, Richard, because you would have tilted your glass to the side. Actually, it came out okay. And then, what do you got here? Because we may have a little bit of the goodies inside here.
Little dead bits of yeast.
Yes. There we go. Get you that creamy milkshake. Okay, so looks on this, it looks absolutely beautiful. I don't think I could ask for anything more out of a wheat beer. Gonna give that a 5 on looks. Looks great. Get away from the camera, both of you guys. Give me the glass and get away. Leave the room if you can't manage yourself. Okay, we're doing a recording here. So it looks great. I'm going to give it a 5 for looks.
Yeah.
She's a pretty one. Let's go to the nose. Okay. You're getting your typical Hefeweizen nose on that.
Right.
Although I'll say that the balance of yeast and the banana notes and
there's a bit of banana.
And that are a little better balanced in this than some that I've had. Like, think about that Kellerweiss we had, and it definitely, it was to me a little more out of balance than this. I'm getting a little more bready notes. So, you know, compared to some of the other ones, we kind of both felt that it needed a little bit more,
a little more something.
Bready notes, a little more of the wheat, and this is pretty good. This is the nose. I'm going to go about a 4 on it. It's not too bad. It's not blowing me away, but it's pretty good. So let's get to the taste. That's pretty solid. I think that it's a great representative, and I think that some of them that have gone, like the Keller Weiss, even further. One thing I like about this, you always hear them talk about that clove.
Yeah.
I definitely get that in the taste of it. It's almost that, you know, I don't know how else to describe it than clove. It's that almost minty,
right.
You know, it has that clove taste, and I'm really getting that. But this feels like the beer is really put together well. Like everything's in tune with itself. Nothing's out of line. Like I felt like the body on the Keller Weiss was really weak and hollow, and it was over yeasty. And this tastes like it's all together.
It does taste a bit more almost tangy to me than I remember. But that just could be, you know, because the day it is, or.
And I'm getting those little banana notes, the clove, all of the stuff that's probably pretty standard for this style. So I think this is a great beer. What I think we figured out as we started this Hefeweizen journey together is that maybe what we were profiling, what we were wanting, isn't what is the premium Hefeweizen.
Right.
Like, I can appreciate what this is, and it's good. But what we were thinking was something a little more bready, a little bit less refreshing. So it's going to be in another style.
Exactly. Yes. So I mean, if this is basically the top Hefeweizen, or as good as I'm going to get for a while, then I think I'll probably be looking for a different style.
Yeah, it's good. Again, I think this is that's really pleasing. It's a well-made beer, you can tell. Whether or not you like the profile or not, that's how drinking craft beer is. A lot of people that get into it, they don't know what their favorite style is yet. And the guidelines on the styles a lot of times very close from an IPA and an APA, because one person's IPA is another person's APA because they like a bigger hop profile or something like that. So when you're looking at the balance, it takes a while to find what you like, and the best way to do that is just like we did with you, is go through a whole bunch of Hefeweizen, have some of the best, the ones that really showcase the style, and at that point you can get an idea from cheap to expensive to the best there is, what it means to drink a Hefeweizen beer, so that you can kind of get the boundaries and know what you're talking about. So you can go, okay, now I've got that style. Now, you know, do I go to the box?
Exactly.
Or do I go, you know, where do I go from that? So I think this is pretty good as far as rating what's in the glass. I'm going to say taste-wise, this is a 4 or 5 for me. I like the taste for a Hefeweizen. I think it's one of the better ones we've had probably as far as balance. I like the clove notes here that I didn't get a lot of in the other ones. A lot of them say they have it, but here it's really blended together well.
I think personally I like the Schneider Weiss better, just because, but then again I don't have it side by side, so it's really hard to say. I could just not be in a beer mood today, who knows?
Well, that actually is true. That can affect how you see the beers and how you interpret them. And so definitely better to do it side by side. But one of the things that we do, and the reason why we do this show, is so that we can get through a lot of the beers to get an idea of where we roughly place them. And then what you do is you take your best ones that you liked out of that group, and then we need to do some series where we do multiples together and say, okay, now let's get a better idea. And that's why we do these.
Here's a test for you. Can you taste what kind of hop is in there?
No. Usually the hops on these are pretty low, and I'm not going to try and guess. But I'll say that that's pretty solid. I'm going to give this an A- for Hefeweizens because I think it's pretty solid work. I'd feel bad giving it anything less because you don't want to rate the beer less if it's not your favorite style.
Yeah.
I think out of you know, you got to do it right, and I'm going to agree. RateBeer has this at a 96 overall and 100 for the style, and then they have it as an A- on BeerAdvocate out of 1,209 ratings. And I'm going to agree, this is an A-. I also agree with you. I think I like the Schneider Weiss a little bit better. I think this is a little bigger, but it is a little more tangy.
I think that adds the refreshing quality of it.
But this is very refreshing. I could see drinking this on a nice hot day with a barbecue or something like that.
Right.
So for my numbers, I'm going to give it overall, I'm going to give it a 92, and for the style, I'm going to give it probably a 98, maybe 97. It's definitely up there. It's well made. So yeah, that's my final thoughts on it. I'm going to say check us out on Facebook /BeerDisciples. Subscribe to our channel here. We're always exploring more beers so that you can get an idea before you go shopping to not waste your time with certain beers and move right up to ones that are excellent in their categories. You can also email us at thebeerdisciples@gmail.com and let us know beers you'd like us to review. We'd be happy to put them on screen. And if you want to send us beers to review, you can contact us through the BeerDisciples@gmail.com. Till next time, I'm going to say, drink all of your beer before 9/11.
Very important.
Cheers.